Sink or float. It was the first Thursday of summer vacation. It was hot. Joey Jenkins and his younger brother Pete were sitting by the pool trying to stay cool. Pete had his ankles and toes in the water. "Hey Pete," Joey shouted at his little brother, "let's play sink or float." "How do you play?" asked Pete. "First, I go and find something," explained Joey. "Then I ask you if you think it will sink or float. Then I throw it in the pool, and we find out if you were right or wrong." "Okay," replied Pete. Joey ran to the garage and got a brass key. "That must be pretty heavy," said Pete. "I think it's going to sink for sure." Joey tossed the key in the pool. It sank below the surface in an instant. "Okay, little brother," said Joey. "You won that one. Do you want to play again?" Pete nodded his head. Joey sprinted up to the house and got an apple from the boy's mom. "I predict that will float," said Pete. Joey tossed the apple in the pool, and sure enough, it bobbed and floated on top of the water. Joey ran over to the woods and picked up an acorn that was lying beneath a towering oak tree. "Geez," said Pete, "that's a tough one. An acorn might sink, but then again, it might float." "Sink or float," said Joey. "I need a decision now." I guess it will sink," Pete said. Joey tossed the acorn in the pool. It bobbed and floated on top of the water right next to the apple. "Ha ha, you lose," Joey cried. Joey ran into the house and got a plastic model airplane he had built. "Sink or float?" he asked. "Sink," said Pete. Joey set the airplane over ever so gently on the surface of the water. At first, it looked like the airplane was floating. "Ha ha," said Joey. "It floats. You lose again." "Not so fast," said Pete. He thumped the water with both of his feet and made a gigantic wave. The wave went crashing over the airplane. The airplane filled with water and began to sink. "It sinks," said Pete, smiling. "So I win." "No fair," said Joey. "That's cheating."